Welcome to Kim's Cozy Corner. I'm Kim and we are harvesting potatoes today. But the interesting thing is I'm going to have to do it in my garage. The reason I'm harvesting my potatoes in the garage is because I can't seem to get a break when it comes to all of the rain and thunderstorms coming through our area over the last almost 4 or 5 days. And they're off and on all day today as well. So we're going to work inside the garage just in case it decides to rain. So I have my space all set up so I can harvest potatoes without getting too much dirt inside the garage. And it's a hot, humid July 3rd day, and there's no wind moving. It's just stagnant. The air is just not moving at all. There's no breeze. So it's super hot, but we're in the shade. We're inside just in case it decides to rain again, and we're just going to get going. This first bucket here is Lehigh or Lehigh, depending on how you want to say that. This is a mid to late season potato. And this pot has a huge, huge area on the side here. I don't even know if you can see it, but there is a potato protruding on the side of this pot here, and it's got some lumps all the way around it. So let's get this out. You can see some potatoes on the sides sticking out, and the soil is super wet because it's been raining just so much. So let's get these out. I'm expecting them to be super, super wet. Hopefully you can see this. Let's get the potatoes all to the side. I've been trying to get this harvest done now for several days, and I just kept waiting and kept waiting, and I just couldn't wait any longer. Lehigh or Lehigh, however you want to pronounce it, is a mid to late season potato, but look at that. They were definitely ready. There's 2 or 3 little ones in there, but most of these are nice and big. I normally do this with my daughters. I have one at school. She goes to a year-long school, and the other one is inside the house doing her summer work. I believe in education, and I want to make sure that my girls are prepared for this world that we live in. So she's inside doing her 4 hours of homeschool. When she finishes, though, she's going to come out and help. This bucket started with either 3 or 4 potatoes. I don't remember. All right. This is the Lehigh harvest. Moving on to the next pot. I don't see anything on the edges of this pot. This one may have nothing in it, but we will see. The soil is nasty, nasty wet. Ugh. There's some in there though. Man, that's a nice size one there. Yuck. I hate the slimy seed potatoes. Ugh. Now that one was a much smaller harvest, but it has some nice sized potatoes in there. So this is my 3rd container of this particular kind of potato. And that's all we're doing today. I don't know if there's any more out there because I don't remember what all I planted. I don't see anything around the edges of this one either. Again, super wet. But there are tubers in there. Decent tubers at that. Nice. Look at those. Nice and big. Well, most of them are. I always get a very good harvest off of these, so not surprised. This was my best potato last year. Yuck, 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 and yuck. Yeah. See, potatoes are really smushy. So there are the lay, however you say it. There's 3 pots. Next, we have Purple Viking. And Purple Viking didn't do well in my first harvest. I think I got like 3 potatoes and that's it. The Purple Viking kind of got the short end of the stick because I didn't put any plant supports on them. They, I think, fell over prematurely. And it looks like we have some watering issues. This pot is completely dry. And as much rain as we've gotten, it should not be completely dry. And I did water before the rain came. So let's see if there's anything in here, or is it just, we just can't grow Purple Viking. I didn't get a good harvest last year either. Okay, the potatoes are closer to the top, so there's a good harvest though. Oh yeah, look at that. All right, now this is what a Purple Viking should look like. Nice and big. All right, I feel better. Feel better about my Purple Vikings. And the flesh inside of these are super white. Last year, I had a horrible harvest on my Purple Vikings. This year, I see a big difference. This container definitely is making up for the other one that was horrible earlier a few weeks ago. So even though the soil was very dry, it looks like it was at least getting to provide enough water for where the potatoes were. So very good. Now this pot is shaped differently though. It's skinny and deep. And apparently we didn't need that depth. Look at that. A very, very nice Purple Viking. Okay, we're gonna move over to German Butterball. My little helper finally got out here. Now German Butterball, we haven't harvested any yet. The last video I thought I had German Butterball and it was actually Yukon Gold. So this is the first one. And some of these stems are smushy. And I mean completely smushy. So I'm afraid the potatoes are not gonna be any good inside, but we will see. I don't feel any on the outside. Now this is a grow pot, so it's fabric. I don't see any along the outside. Let's break it open and see what we got on the inside. All right, so they're small. There's some here, but they are very small. Not a great harvest, but we will eat it all the same. These are very small. So here are, I'm gonna call these like new potatoes. It's at least one meal though, so I'll take it. Okay. All right, this is the German Butterball. And the last container is Sharpomira. That's how you say it, Mira. I harvested 2 buckets of this a week and a half ago. And I saved one. I wanted to give it one more week. And I have one on the outside here, actually 2 on the outside. I'm hoping they are a little bit larger, but it's done nothing but rain. So we will see what we get once we get inside. So these are small as well. I was hoping for much, much larger potatoes here. I'm good. How are you? Well. Good. good.
What you doing, planting?
We're harvesting potatoes.
Oh, okay.
And recording it.
I love her garden.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Potatoes, like this, they looking good.
Thank you so much. As I mentioned on a few other videos, when I'm outside working, I tell you, the neighbors are always coming through and asking questions and want to see how things are going. So I always try to take a couple of moments and talk to the neighbors. I'm telling you, these roots are super wet. Potatoes don't want that much water. And then I get some that were super dry, so I don't know. I can't win. Here's our teeny beeny, little bitty Sharpomere harvest. And they shouldn't have been ready this early anyway, but the tops of the homes and everything were like wilted and mushy. So I just think they got too wet and stayed too wet too long. I went ahead and grabbed 2 more containers since the weather's holding out on me. And this is a Yukon Go, which I thought I got them all last week. All right, let's see how this Yukon Go did. I feel potatoes on the outside of this one, so hopefully we will get a good harvest. All right, so as I turn it around, you'll be able to see that there are some on the outside. Where'd it go? Right there. There's one on the outside right here. And now let's break it open and see what we got. There we go. These are nice sized spuds. Look at that. Nice potato. And again, some splitting where the potatoes, I believe, dried out too much in our 90-degree heat a few weeks ago. And I think I gave them too much water so fast. Look at that. Beautiful potato. I gave them so much water that I think they split open in that 90-degree week. 90 degree, I think 23 Celsius is what 90 degrees is. I don't forgot. Where we had that heat for about 7 days, which was atypical for our part of the country that early in the season. And I just believe that they struggled there during that time period. And I wasn't home and I had someone else watering, and I think they did the best they could. But with that kind of heat so early, I don't think there's much they could have done. Now, this is a big seed potato right here. This is a seed potato as well. Looks like a regular potato, but nope, that was one of the ones we used for seed. Let's show the world what we got. A couple small ones, but some really, really nice sized big ones. Look at that. Some very, very nice sized big ones. And our last container here is purple Viking. So we've had one good purple Viking today. Hopefully we can get another one. All right, the last purple Viking was very dry on the bottom. Let's see how we're doing with this one. I don't see anything. I didn't see anything in the last one either, though, but this one is much wetter. There may not be anything in here. Let's see. Last time they were all at the very top, so I've gotten to the top. Let's see what's in here. Okay, there's 2 or 3. Not a bunch, but there are some. All right, that's it for the potato harvest. I got some pretty nice sized spuds in all of the containers except for 2, but these are going to be good eating as well. Thanks again for joining me on this potato harvest. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video, turn on notifications because there are lots and lots of more harvest and garden videos coming. Thanks, and until next time, bye.